Have you been to the dentist ever in your life? If so, how did you feel when you listened to the grinding, scratching, and high pitched twangs of instruments digging around in the mouth? It will definitely leave the ears ringing and teeth vibrating every single time, isn't it? Do you have any idea about the tools that could be used for the treatment in the dentist's clinic? What would be a reaction when you find the dentist going to use all those strange tools to treat your teeth? Growing up, you all might have heard many stories from your peers and others of their experiences at the dentist's clinic. The play The First Patient is a funny interlude bringing out the psychological fear everyone experiences on visiting a dentist to extract a tooth. The play portrays high humor in the reaction of the patients when tools are being carried in to force open a jammed cupboard. The First Patient is an amusing play written by C.V. Burgess. It reveals the humorous situation in a dentist clinic. It's an interesting play with unexpected turn of events along with wild imagination. The whole play is about a comedy of situations that take place in a dental clinic. When the curtain rises, different types of patients with their different attitudes come and wait for their treatment in a dentist waiting room. The characters in this play are 8 men, 8 women, dentist, nurse, Morris, and Dorothea. A few patients are sitting in the waiting room of a dentist clinic reading newspapers and magazines, and 2-3 join them. Man 4 has a bandage tied around his jaw. He is holding the bandage and groaning. Man 3 and woman 5 and 6 join the other patients in the waiting room. Among them, forgetting their surroundings, one lady is interested in showing her holiday photos to other patients. Everyone is tensed at the thought of a painful tooth being extracted. The dentist arrives and calls Joe, the first patient, into his room. Sending his husband inside the dentist room, his wife waits outside. Sometime later, the nurse comes out, goes into another room, and brings a hammer. Everyone is frightened at a hammer being taken into the surgery room. The patients hear the noise of hammering from the room. Everyone is panicked at this, imagining Joe being subjected to a lot of hammering in the process of his tooth being pulled out. Knowing nothing, the children Dorothea and Maurice fight for the magazine. Once again, the nurse comes out to fetch a large pair of pliers, and later in she takes in a hacksaw. The loud sound of sawing and screeching from inside the room makes everyone frightened again and again. The children start crying. They confess that they pretended to have toothache because they did not wish to go to school. So their mothers take them back to home. The loud sawing and screeching sound from within the room makes everyone leave the clinic one by one. Finally, there are only 2 women in the waiting room, one of them being Joe's wife. She weeps, worried about her husband. But Joe comes out and explains that he had shifted his appointment to the evening and had been given some pills for the pain. To everyone's surprise, the dentist comes out and locates the key of his tool cabinet. Here we know that the doctor has missed the key of his tool cabin, and he has been trying to open the cabin with a hammer, pliers, and hacksaw, but only in vain. But everyone imagines that he uses the tools to pull out the teeth. Unaware of all these tense moments, the woman with the photographs is surprised to see that the queue has moved out quickly and she is the next patient to go in. Thus, the scene of commotion and confusion ends in comedy of relief and is full of humor. But nobody is there in the clinic to realize and enjoy it. Let's not be the victim of all these scary experiences. Instead, let's keep our teeth safe.